Okay, so let's compare the iPhone 16 versus the iPhone 15. And it's been about a month and a half since Apple launched the brand new iPhone 16. But I did hold off on this video, waiting for Apple to complete the software experience on the iPhone 16 with iOS 18.1. So I think now is the perfect time to actually compare the iPhone 16 to the 15th. Now, whether you're looking to upgrade from an iPhone 12, 13, 14, or perhaps even from a 15 over to the 16, in this video, I wanted to share with you guys what I believe are some of the most important things, improvements, performance gains, and enhancements of the new iPhone 16 versus previous models. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is the new software experience with Apple Intelligence. With iOS 18.1 on the new iPhone 16 and 16 Pro, you now have the new Apple Intelligence. Now, Apple Intelligence is also available on the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, but it is not available on the iPhone 15 or 15 Plus or any other iPhone prior to it. Now, with Apple Intelligence, you also get this new Siri UI, which a lot of users really want, and this is only available for Apple Intelligent devices, and the new Siri capabilities as well. With iOS 18.1 and the new Siri update, Siri gets a little smarter. Even if you stumble upon your words, she'll be able to understand what you're saying, or she can actually tell you how to do things on your device. For example, I'm going to ask Siri here how to take a screenshot, and you'll see those replies. How do I take a screenshot?
To take a screenshot, quickly press and release the side button and the volume up button at the same time. Screenshots are automatically saved to your photo library in the Photos app.
As you can see right there, she explained exactly how to take a screenshot, something that Siri cannot do on an older device. Keep in mind that if you want the new Siri, you will need Apple Intelligence, again, something that's only available on the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max and the new iPhone 16 lineup. So if you were looking for that new Siri UI and Siri capabilities, that will only be available for those devices. Now, let's talk about some of the additional capabilities in terms of software that I get a lot of questions about, because Apple Intelligence is much more than just a new Siri UI. But before we do, I wanted to share a quick word from our sponsors, Eufy. So this is the Eufy S1 Pro. It has a unique shape. It's a bit more squared off than previous robots. Now, the reason for that is because it can fit a longer mop so that it can cover more ground with less moves. Here's how long the mop is included and how it leads to enhanced cleaning abilities along the edges. Now, one cool feature is that the mop on the S1 Pro is washed as it is mopping your floors, so it doesn't spread around germs or dirt all over the place as it is mopping. Now, of course, it also offers AI obstacle avoidance, so it maps out your particular space and it is able to avoid any obstructions. When the device moves from standard flooring over to carpet, it will increase the suction to deal with the additional depth of the carpet as well. You also got a touch-sensitive display on top of the docking station as well. This will help you control things like start, pause, bring the device back to the station, and it will also show you the battery life. Now, when your S1 Pro returns to the docking station, it will get auto detergent dispensing. This detergent module will simply distribute the correct amount of cleaner each time the robot returns to the station. And with the dual tank preventing water contamination, this makes cleaning more hygienic. The Eufy S1 Pro is currently $500 off. This is the biggest discount ever for a limited time, so make sure you add it to your cart right now if you're looking for a great vacuum mop. This is definitely the best choice. I highly recommend it. Links, as always, will be available in the description and down below. Now, as I mentioned, Apple Intelligence is much more than just a new Siri UI, or capabilities. Apple Intelligence also includes features like Genmoji, Image Playground, writing tools, notification summaries, and much more. Now, in the Photos application with Apple Intelligence, you can actually remove subjects from the background. So I have the same picture as you see right here, but I can go ahead and click on the edit option at the bottom of the screen right here. And you see that on the iPhone 16, we get a new option, which is the cleanup tool. This is something that's only available on the newer iPhones with Apple Intelligence. So now it highlights different subjects in the background. I can tap into a subject and it will clean up the photo and remove that subject from the background just like so, as you can see right there. And this is something that's only available with Apple Intelligence and the newer iPhone 16 and 16 Pro. Obviously, the iPhone 15 Pro lineup can also do this, so you do have Apple Intelligence, but as you see right here, this is only going to be available with Apple Intelligence. And again, a lot of the additional Apple Intelligence capabilities will continue to improve and roll out throughout the next couple of months. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and shift my attention over to the performance side of things. things. I want to do Wi-Fi and CPU performance test on both of these devices. Now, Apple did improve the Wi-Fi chip on the iPhone 16. We have Wi-Fi 7 on the iPhone 16 and Wi-Fi 6 on the iPhone 15. Now, we also have the Apple A18 processor on the iPhone 16 and the Apple A16 processor on the iPhone 15. So we're going to do a Wi-Fi test first. So I'm going to test the iPhone 15 first. Let's see what those numbers look like in terms of download and upload speeds here. Let's go ahead and run the test. So we're quickly approaching about 200 megabytes download. So we're hovering anywhere from 200 to 230 on the download side of things, perhaps even higher, as you can see right here, to 250. It looks like that's going to be the number, 252 on the download speeds. And in terms of upload speeds, we're quickly approaching 80 to 75, bumping up all the way to 176 there. So let's go ahead and remove the iPhone 15 and do the iPhone 16 now. So again, both devices obviously connected to the same network here in the studio. Let's go ahead and wait for the results here. On the iPhone 16, it looks like the download speeds slightly lower, actually pretty low in terms of downloads at 134. And when it comes to the upload speeds, although we do have the better chip on the iPhone 16, it doesn't look like it's performing any better than the iPhone 15. So as you can see right there, in terms of uploads, we're struggling to get to 50 here on the iPhone 16. So take a look at those numbers. The iPhone 15 actually outperforming the iPhone 16. Now let's go ahead and jump into the actual CPU performance test. This is where the iPhone 16 really shines. So I did run the test before filming this segment, and as you can see right here, iOS 18.1 on both devices. iPhone 15 versus iPhone 16. Take a look at that. 3,364 on the single core score versus 2,616. That is incredible performance gain. On the multi-core performance side of things, we have multi-core on the iPhone 15 at 6,388 versus 8,170. That is crazy performance improvements on the brand new iPhone 16. So it looks like in terms of CPU performance, obviously the Apple A18 processor, it's much faster on the newer iPhones. But in terms of Wi-Fi tests, that was kind of interesting to me. It looks like Wi-Fi 6 is performing better, at least on this software update on the iPhone 15 for some reason. So the next thing I want to talk about is the battery performance and charging speeds on these devices. So keep in mind that the iPhone 16 can charge faster at 25 watts of wireless charging versus the iPhone 15 watts. So in reality, you can charge from 0 to 100 about 15 minutes faster, give or take, with wireless charging on the new iPhone. So 25 watts of wireless charging versus 15 watts. Now the battery on the new iPhone 16 is also 9% larger than that of the iPhone 15. So just keep those things in mind. And last but not least, I want to talk about the camera controls, because this is one of the new camera buttons on the iPhone. And I have to say that I have mixed feelings about this one, because it is very useful if you're using only one hand, right? So if one hand is busy and you need to, quickly take a picture, you can press on the button and quickly take a picture. But in terms of like usability, I find myself using the screen more than the actual camera controls. Yes, camera controls are going to be really cool again if you have one hand busy and you quickly need to capture video or a photo with one hand. It comes in handy because that's something you obviously cannot do on previous models. But in terms of the actual controls of the camera and getting really nitty-gritty in there, I rather use the screen. So I have mixed results on the camera controls as of right now. But anyway, guys, that about brings an end to this video. This covers everything that I think is important when you're looking to upgrade to the iPhone 16 in terms of software with Apple Intelligence, hardware improvements for Wi-Fi and CPU performance, and some of the new charging capabilities and the camera controls, which are, again, something that I'm still kind of getting used to. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.